Let's be real. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest, most stressful financial moves you'll ever make. And in a hot market like Colorado Springs, the agent you pick, well, that choice can literally be the difference between a dream come true and an absolute nightmare. So today, we're going to break down exactly how you can find the perfect person for the job.
First, you've got to wrap your head around the sheer scale of this challenge. Right now, in the Colorado Springs area alone, there are over 2,000 licensed real estate agents. That is a sea of people, all wanting your business.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? You're not just looking for an agent. You're looking for your agent, the one who actually understands your goals and has the chops to make it happen. It can feel like finding a needle in a haystack, I know, but I promise you there is a system to cut through the noise. And here's our roadmap. First, we'll tackle what I call the agent overload problem. Then, we'll build your pre-interview game plan. I'm going to arm you with the absolute must-ask questions and teach you how to decode the answers you get. We'll even look at a real-world case study on savings before we wrap it all up with your final takeaways. Okay, first things first, let's be crystal clear about why this choice is so important. Picking the right agent isn't just some small detail. It is the foundation of your entire transaction. Getting this one decision right can save you a ton of time, a boatload of money, and a whole lot of stress. I mean, a great agent brings so much to the table. We're talking about someone with deep, expert knowledge of every little neighborhood, from Broadmoor to Old Colorado City. They're a skilled negotiator who is going to fight for every last dollar for you. They guide you through mountains of confusing paperwork. For sellers, their marketing gets your home sold faster, and for buyers, they can get you into houses you'd never even find on your own. So how do you actually find this superstar agent? Well, it all starts before you even pick up the phone. Preparation is everything. Seriously, when you get organized beforehand, you put yourself in the driver's seat from day one. Your game plan is simple, just 4 steps. First, get super clear on your own goals. What's your timeline? What's your budget? Second, do some online sleuthing. Research a few agents, check their reviews, and look at their recent sales. Third, get your documents together. And finally, number 4, prepare your questions. This is where you really start to separate the pros from the rookies. All right, now we're at the interview. And I want you to think of this less like a casual chat and more like an investigation. These next few questions, this is your secret playbook. This is how you uncover an agent's true skills. If you're a seller, listen up. This one is non-negotiable. You cannot accept a generic answer here. You're looking for a specific, customized plan for your property. A great agent will start talking about targeted digital ads, their local networks, and exactly how they plan to attract the perfect buyer to get your home sold fast. Okay, let's talk about money. An agent who gets squirrely or vague about their fees is a huge red flag. What you're looking for is total 100% transparency. You need to know exactly what the commission rate is and if there are any other hidden costs so you know what your bottom line is going to be. Oh, I love this question. This one is a test for honesty and experience. See, any agent can tell you what you want to hear, but a great agent, they'll have the foresight to spot potential problems. Maybe it's a bidding war for a buyer or an inspection issue for a seller, and they'll already be thinking 2 steps ahead about how to solve it. Asking the questions is only half the battle, right? Now you have to actually evaluate what you're hearing. This is where you learn to read between the lines and figure out if you're getting a polished sales pitch or a genuine, personalized strategy. And here is the difference in black and white. A generic answer like, "Oh, we use a proven system," that's a classic brush-off. But a personalized strategy, that's gold. An answer like, "For your home, we'll target buyers in these 3 specific zip codes with digital ads," that shows they've already been thinking about your situation. That's the detail you're listening for. So, as you're comparing agents, you can basically use this as your scorecard. First, gauge their local market expertise. That's what ensures you're pricing your home right. Then, really scrutinize that commission structure, because that hits your wallet directly. And finally, get a feel for their communication style. You want a partner who's going to keep you in the loop, not leave you guessing. So, what happens when you do all this homework and make a really smart choice? Well, the payoff can be huge. And I'm not just talking about peace of mind. I'm talking about actual dollars and cents. Take a look at Jessica and Mark. They interviewed 3 different agents. They went with the one who was totally upfront about their pricing and just blew them away with their local knowledge. The result? Their homes sold in just 10 days, they had multiple offers, and they saved a ton of money on fees. Let that sink in for a second. 7 $100,000. That is real money that went right back into their pockets, all because they chose an agent with a better fee structure who still delivered amazing service. Now, hold on. Sellers aren't the only ones who can win here. Some agencies have really cool programs for buyers that can put thousands of dollars back in your pocket when you close. For instance, a buyer rebate program could give you back 0.5% of the sale price. So, on a $700,000 home, that's a check for $3,500. That's a pretty nice chunk of change for furniture or moving costs, right? It is absolutely something you should be asking about in your interviews. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so let's boil this all down into a clear, simple action plan that you can use to go out and find the absolute perfect agent for you here in Colorado Springs. Here it is, your 4 key takeaways. Number 1, do not just go with the first person you talk to. Interview multiple agents. 2, ask those targeted questions we went over about their experience, their fees, and their strategy. 3, judge their answers based on honesty, transparency, and real local expertise. And 4, always choose a personalized strategy over some generic, empty promise. Look, trying to find the right real estate agent can feel overwhelming, especially when there are over 2,000 of them out there. But now you're armed with a game plan. You have the right questions. You are totally equipped to cut through all that noise and find a true partner for your journey. So the question isn't if you can find the perfect agent, it's how much you stand